And welcome to Writer's Life, the place where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, and where you get the sort of truth. Now you get the truth about the writer's life, um, my writer's life anyway, my particular writer's life, because everybody's different. So subscribe if you haven't already. Punch the like button and tap the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on one single freaking exciting video. So I was just talking to a neighbor of mine, a young person in her mid 20s at most, a school teacher who reads my books, which is cool. She likes them. She especially liked The Girl Who Wasn't There and Paradox Lake, which is cool. Put a lot of work into those. And then she's like, but now I'm reading Colleen Hoover. I guess Colleen Hoover is like the new big romance writer, right? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But like, I'm like, fuck. Because I guess this person's really killing it. God bless her. Great. When I die, if there is reincarnation, I'm coming back as a romance writer. I had to pick noir and hard-boiled fiction, right? Like, I mean, it sells regularly, and I make good money from it, but like nothing sells like romance, like really killer romance. That's if you want to, like, if you're brand new and you're thinking about like, what genre should I go into? Go into romance. That's I have an erotic noir series, The Handyman, which I think I've done a really good job at, but I don't know enough about romance to pull a romance book off. I don't think I do anyway. You have to like hit these certain tropes, they call them, these certain like points. A love scene every so often and whatever. And it's not my thing. I don't. You got to write what you enjoy reading, and that's why I am so prolific, because I just entertain myself. That's really what it comes down to. So then, how do I come up with all these ideas? Enough to write like at least a novel a month, plus some shorter stuff with it. Anything can give me an idea. Like, for instance, I just started. I don't know what it's going to be called in the end, but right now I'm calling it. Right now I'm calling it Max Gator, as an alligator. All right. Sounds like a detective, doesn't it? Max Gator. I don't know, but anyway, it's about this is one of these things I just thought of on the way home from a bar. I'm like, what if just the largest alligator ever known in modern history was to infiltrate an ultramax prison down in southern Florida, right? And starting eating inmates and guards and stuff like that. And like, what if the warden had no choice and law enforcement but to put the two most badass guys, criminals, who are like in solitary confinement, give them weapons, and they're in charge of killing the beast. And in return for that, they'll get their freedom. That is, if they can survive. So, like, of course, I'm thinking like, like Stallone and Schwarzenegger, right? But Stallone and Schwarzenegger already did a maximum security movie, so like, anyway, they're aging out a little bit anyway. So like, it would be for like one of these new guys, like maybe the guy in The Extractor. I don't even know his name, but I like his acting. He's like 12. I don't know, but he's badass. So I don't know. I so don't have my finger on the cultural pulse. It's terrible. And this woman in particular I was speaking to was telling me about a new show on Netflix called You. And she's like, you got it. Or no, it's a book called You. She said that's really good, that I should check out. So I don't know. I live in my own little bubble. I live in my own little world. And I think that's the way I like it. Where I'm my own center of attention. I guess that makes me narcissistic. Does it? I don't know. What's it make me? Chime in if you know. Oh, there goes the plumber. So, where do these books come from? How do I write all this stuff so fast? I don't know. I've said this before on this station. I don't know. I don't map anything out. I don't plot it. You know, I'm not sure what this panter means, meaning like the term. I think it just means you sit in the chair longer than other people. But it's not even that, because, I can get 2 or 3 good pages out in 15 minutes. And if you do that 3 times a day, that's like a lot of words. So I'm not really a pantser, because, and I have time to freelance and I have time to do other things. So it just is like when I sit down, it's just like, I almost don't even want to know what's going to happen. I need to have a vague idea of what's going to happen when I sit down in the morning. That way I'll never have writer's block, but I've never had writer's block anyway. So I think writer's block is a myth. I think it's just, you just don't have it, and I always say, like, Masons don't get Mason's block, surgeons don't get surgery block, teachers don't get teacher's block. Although I'm certain there's days they just want to walk out of the classroom and just keep going. But anyway, so I don't have an answer to you for you. I'm like a conduit, like Tom Petty said about music. I'm just, he's like, it just comes in my head and I record it on the board. And in my case, it comes to me and I just type it as fast as I can. There are some days I can't keep up with the typing because I type with 2 fingers. Still, like Harvey probably does. If you're out there, like Big Philly probably does. And, we all type with 2 fingers. And, because they don't teach typing anymore in college. I don't think they didn't when I was there. We were making a transition at that time from manual typewriters to laptops and stuff like that. So they didn't really teach anything like that. So there you go. That's really all I have to say. So how do I come up with ideas? They just come into my head. How do I write so much, so fast? It just comes to me. Do I regret not being a romance writer? Not really, but it would have helped, I guess. All right, somebody's chiming in. Mr. Philly. I see you saw you chimed into Harvey's new vids. I thought it was cool seeing the real face and the real voice. He looks great. Done working and already at the cigar lounge. Nice. Colleen Hoover, I think, writes chick romantic suspense with a lot of banging, I believe. This guy's great. He's always got great comments. Yeah, that's about what I would guess. I'm probably not going to read anything, right? I also wish I wrote romance, but I just don't get it. I can't get my way into it. I've tried, but no idea what these women want in a book. I know, I don't either. Max Gator sounds like a great idea. Yeah, 80s action flick. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And that's my era, right? And you're probably more 90s, early 2000s, but yeah. Oh, I'm totally 80s. I must break you. I will 100% buy that book. Thank you, Big Philly. I'll probably be done like tomorrow. Just joking. Ideas are from the ether. Yeah, I never outline. Pounded out a 1,500-word story in one sitting last night. There you go. See, it's not just me. No clue where any of it came from, but might be my best story. Right. Yeah, I bet you did one clean draft, right? Yep. 2 fat fingers on the keyboard for me. Yeah, same with me. All right, you guys. Thanks for chiming in, Big Philly. And I'd like to read that story, by the way. Let me know when it's published. Have a great weekend. I will come to you tomorrow if there's a Black Swan event. Like if Hunter gets arrested and perp walked, that ain't happening. That is not happening. If not, I'll try to talk to you on Sunday. All right. Pop a cold one tonight, all right? And enjoy yourself. Ciao, ciao.